My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Delta State has suffered a major setback following yesterday's defection of the state governor, Sheriff Oborowori, to the All Progressives Congress (APC). The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Botokun, has ordered the withdrawal of mobile police officers from very important persons with immediate effect. The federal government has released 50 billion naira to academic and non-academic staff unions of federal universities for the payment of earned allowances as promised by President Bola Tinubu. And no fewer than 2 million candidates who completed the registration process for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) are set to sit for the exams beginning today across all 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Now the details of the news. The Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborowori and his deputy, Monday Onyeme, have left the People's Democratic Party (PDP) for the All Progressives Congress (APC). Oborowori moved to the APC alongside his predecessor and running mate of Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 presidential elections, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. Others who moved to the ruling party with the governor are his commissioners and major stakeholders in the PDP in Delta State. The high-stakes defection was confirmed following a closed-door meeting yesterday at the government house in Asaba. Sir Festus Ahon, Chief Press Secretary to the governor, affirmed the development, stating that the governor's decision came after extensive consultations with key political stakeholders and was driven by what he described as the best interest of Delta State. Oborowori, who clinched the governorship seat in 2023 under the PDP banner, was warmly received by top APC figures. The chairman and chief executive officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, has restated the agency's call for mandatory drug tests for corps members, describing the initiative as a preventive measure. Speaking during a courtesy visit by the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, and senior NYSC officials to the NDLEA headquarters in Abuja, Marwa emphasized the urgent need to curb drug abuse among Nigerian youths. The visit was confirmed in a statement issued by NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi. Marwa noted that the proposed drug integrity test, which has drawn mixed reactions online, particularly targets early detection and intervention. He said the goal is to help individuals before drug use escalates into addiction. Citing data from national drug surveys, he said that 1 in 7 Nigerians aged 15 to 64 is involved in drug use, adding that there is no part of this country untouched by the crisis. Responding, the NYSC Director General described the proposal as a fantastic idea, pledging to review the NDLEA's recommendations for possible implementation. 10 members of the Zamfara State House of Assembly, recently suspended for allegedly speaking out on the security challenges affecting their constituents, have formed a parallel legislative assembly in the state. The lawmakers convened in Gusau yesterday to deliberate on key issues of public interest. Presiding over the sitting, factional speaker Bashar Aliu Gumi, representing Gumi 1 constituency, after more than 2 hours of meeting, issued a 1-month ultimatum to Governor Dauda Lawal to address the worsening insecurity in the state, including banditry, kidnapping, and other violent crimes. The lawmakers, drawn from both the All Progressives Congress (APC) and the People's Democratic Party (PDP), accused the state government of complacency amid the escalating security crisis. The group urged the state government to change its approach and provide full support to security agencies risking their lives to protect citizens. They questioned the legitimacy of their suspension, pointing out that a speaker who was impeached by 18 out of 24 members should not have the authority to suspend others. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Botokun, has ordered the withdrawal of mobile police officers from very important persons or VIPs with immediate effect. Muyiwa Adejobi, the force spokesperson, in a statement said the move became necessary as part of the reorganization of the Police Mobile Force or PMF. Adejobi said it is worrisome seeing PMF personnel being converted to non-core roles, including escort and guard duties for private individuals and VIPs. According to Adejobi, such actions are undermining the efficiency of the unit. He stressed that all PMF, or that is Police Mobile Force commanders, will be held accountable for the conduct of their personnel, urging them to be proactive through regular training, inspections, and mentorship. The Nigerian Mobile Police Force, or PMF, commonly known as MOPOL, comprises approximately 40,000 personnel organized into 52 squadrons across the country. While the PMF primary mandate includes handling high-risk operations such as counterinsurgency, riot control, and protection of critical infrastructure, a portion of its personnel is also assigned to provide security for VIPs, including senior government officials and members of the diplomatic community. The federal government has released 50 billion naira to academic and non-academic staff unions of federal universities for the payment of earned allowances as promised by President Bola Tinubu. The Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa, made the announcement yesterday, noting that the intervention is part of ongoing efforts to improve the education sector. The development was confirmed in a statement issued by the Director of Press at the Federal Ministry of Education, Fola Shade Boriowo. According to the statement, the disbursement reflects President Tinubu's goal to transitioning Nigeria towards a knowledge-based economy through investment in education, infrastructure, and human capital. He noted that Nigeria is currently experiencing one of the longest periods of uninterrupted academic activity in recent years, attributing the stability to improved relations between the government and the university community. University-based unions have in the past clashed with successive governments over delayed payments and unmet demands, including earned allowances. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has presented a check of 18 million naira to the Enugu State Government as support to the victims of the January 25 petrol tanker explosion at Ugu Onyama on the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, which claimed several lives. The Speaker described the incident as a huge loss, not only to the government and people of Enugu State, but also to the nation as a whole. He noted that the support was in keeping with the tradition of the House of Representatives to ensure that governments and people of Nigeria do not stand alone in the face of such challenges. Abbas, who was represented by the Nolem Naji-led Enugu State Caucus in the Green Chamber, commended Governor Peter Mba for his prompt efforts to comfort the families who lost their loved ones and support the injured. Governor Mba thanked the Speaker and the Enugu State Caucus of the House of Representatives for the show of concern, assuring that the donation would go straight to the purpose for which it was made. The Niger State Governor Umar Bago has reversed his controversial directive ordering the arrest of individuals with dreadlocks following widespread backlash from the public and civil rights advocates. The governor had earlier instructed security agencies to arrest anyone seen with dreadlocks across the state, linking the hairstyle to rising cult-related activities and insecurity, particularly in Minna, the state capital. In addition to the dreadlocks directive, Bago also announced a 12-hour daily restriction on commercial motorcycles and tricycles, banning their operations from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. as part of a broader crackdown on violent crimes. He also warned that any house found sheltering criminals or drug dealers would be demolished, emphasizing that his administration would apply maximum force to restore order. The initial statements, particularly the one targeting individuals with dreadlocks, sparked intense criticism across social media and from members of the public who accused the governor of promoting discrimination and lacking a proper grasp of effective crime crime-fighting strategies. No fewer than 2,030,627 candidates who completed the registration process for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) are set to sit for the examinations beginning today across all 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. This figure was obtained from data provided by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB), which also confirmed that the registration window for this year's UTME opened on February 3 and closed on March 8, 2025, giving candidates a full month to complete the process. Speaking during the monitoring of the mock exercise, JAMB Registrar Professor Ishak Oloyede emphasized the importance of preparation and academic integrity. Oloyede urged all candidates to avoid fraudulent websites and individuals promising shortcuts to success, reaffirming JAMB's commitment to maintaining the integrity of the examination process. To end the Sapientia news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Delta State has suffered a major setback following yesterday's defection of the state governor, Sheriff Oborowori, to the All Progressives Congress (APC). The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbotokun, has ordered the withdrawal of mobile police officers from very important persons or VIPs with immediate effect. The federal government has released 50 billion naira to academic and non-academic staff unions of federal universities for the payment of earned allowances as promised by President Bola Tinubu. And finally, no fewer than 2 million candidates who completed the registration process for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) are set to sit for the examinations beginning today across all 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. That was the Sapientia news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.